Have you ever wanted to play a special needs version of Doom? With janky controls, confusing missions, and quite frankly, confusing enemies and a confusing protagonist?
No.
Huh? Me? Just hanging around.
Well, boy oh boy, have I got the game for you. It's called Dead Effect and it's available on Steam for $3.99. Now I have a sneaking suspicion this was a mobile port. Why do I think this? Well, to open cabinets, you mash the space bar. Wanna know what happens when you press E? This. Yeah. Pressing E, which I assumed would be the use button, no, it's space. E gently spins you around. So imagine my shock the first time I press E thinking it's use, and then start spinning around like an absolute... Well, I can't say the word, but let's just say it rhymes with regarded. I have to be careful what I say now because with YouTube being a partner and being on my ass for saying naughty words, I've got to be really careful what I say. But let's just say it needs a bicycle helmet and mittens and it doesn't own a bicycle, if you know what I mean. The controls feel off, the sound is wonky donkey, the guns feel jank. Now, I'll give it some credit. I had no idea I'd played this game for 4 hours. That's my dedication, okay? 4 hours was enough in this pit of hell, and I don't mean that in a good sense of the way that Doom is, you know, the setting is hell. It's hell because the controls are just baffling. Press Y key, an explosion comes out your ass. What does it do? I don't know. It sometimes kills the enemies, it sometimes doesn't. Want to know if your bullets are going to go where you're aiming? Well, good luck, dickhead. Gamble. I don't know. After every mission, you'll get given money, and there's also gold, weirdly, in the corner. Now, it doesn't actually ask for any microtransactions, but this is what makes me think it was a mobile game. Now, for the £1 or under, am I going to do a big deep dive research for finding out if this was a mobile port pushed onto Steam? No, I'm too lazy, quite frankly. As soon as you start the game, you get given two options, male or female, because as we know, there's only two genders. You pick your character, you pick your difficulty. I went with medium just because it's the way it's intended to be played, and straight away you'll notice what the fuck's going on with the controls. My brother in Christ, this is the weirdest feeling game ever. If you touch your mouse, you will do, it's not even a 360, it's a 1080 times 100. You just spin around on the spot like you're a fucking one of those things you pull the string on and just whoop, off you go. I mean, look at the state of it. Look, ready, steady, meow. That's me slightly touching the mouse. That's how sensitive it is. I had to turn it all the way down, and then when I turn the sensitivity down, the mouse cursor appears on the screen and won't go away. As far as enemy AI goes, well, I don't think it has any. It just walks towards you. Eventually you'll get chainsaw zombies, classic. You'll get a zombie that spits, super fucking annoying. You'll get crawling zombies that suddenly speed up towards you. There are multiple weapons, but there's also, like I say, gold. And I don't know what gets you this gold. Sometimes you just get it at random times for killing a zombie. Other times it just pops up on the screen saying, hey, you've got 1 point of gold. And this is how you open cabinets. That would be me mashing the spacebar to open a cabinet. Why would you have that? Why can I not just open the cabinet? What is he doing to that cabinet to make it need shaking? Like, does he not have opposable thumbs? Does he have to, like, rattle it back and forth to open it? It's the most bizarre feeling shooter I have ever played. And you can see me really struggling here with the sensitivity. I have no idea what was going on. I couldn't get rid of the mouse cursor at one point. I kept spinning around, so I'll gently go to turn a corner. All of a sudden, I'm facing the wrong direction because I've touched the mouse, 1 millimeter too much. As for the audio, it's all over the place. 1 minute it's super loud and blowing your eardrums off. The next minute you can't hear anything. And then another time, you'll just suddenly get an ankle biter zombie coming out of a wall, chewing on your ankles, very politely, and you're like, what the fuck was that? And you look down and there's a zombie chewing on your toe. That kind of gets annoying. They come out of air vents, they come out of weird places, they spawn weird, sometimes they'll sprint, sometimes they won't. Sometimes they'll take 5 headshots to go down with the 45 ACP, other times it's 1 pop and it's gone. You also get that weird taser thing. I don't actually know what the use of that is. It gets a single kill and it's like free to use, it recharges, but why? Is my only question. Well, why? You can kill a single zombie with it, and that's it. Maybe later down the line, there's some sort of puzzle you can do with it, but I can't be bothered to play it any more than 4 hours. I think I've spent way too much time on this quality of game, and it 100% is a mobile port. It definitely is. Mashing the space bar, pressing E to turn around. What world with a mouse and keyboard do I need to press the key E to turn around? And right there you can see I got slapped in the ass by a zombie and used a taser because I was confused as to where it came from. They just spawn out of thin air, and sometimes they'll just keep coming until you kill them all. Other times it's a set mission you have to do, like I had to turn on a generator there to fix an issue. The voice acting's just jank as hell. As per usual with the £1 or under, I do no research. I just, oh, there's a game for 80p. Okay, I'll buy that. I'll buy. And are you gonna have fun for 89p with this? Probably. Does the AI have special needs? Yeah, definitely. But for £1 or under, if you fancy a laugh, well, I don't even know if it's that bad it's funny. It just is unexpectedly bad. But there seems to be some kind of community that's still playing this. I don't know who. It's most of the comments I could find. Like I said, the only thing I do for £1 or under is look on the Steam page, and all I can find was a lot of Russians and Chinese. So maybe this game's massive in China. I have no idea. I don't know why it would be. They do like mobile games, so maybe that's phone games to American. Maybe it's a huge hit in Russia and China. Who knows? But for me, nah. Don't bother with it. If you see it in pennies, it's kind of funny to play because the jank is real with this one. The controls are just batshit insane, and for some reason when you press Y, a big explosion comes out your ass. I don't know what it does. Apparently it's called devastation. It never really explains it, or if it does, I was too lazy to read the wiki on it, whatever it is. If it has a wiki or if it has any information whatsoever. I could see as many confused people in the Steam forum as I was. People saying, what the hell does devastation do? I don't know. Press Y and a big explosion comes out for no reason. What's with the time slowdown? I don't know. You throw a grenade, sometimes the time slows down. Why? I don't know. Just because? But yeah, Dead Effect, £1 or under on Steam. If you don't get it in a sale, it's $3.99. Is it worth that? Hell no. But is it worth 50p, 80p? Yeah, it's debatable. But thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. See ya!